playing lang when I was grade 2. So, parang coincidence na yung advisor ko during that grade was the head coach sa girls volleyball team ng school namin. So, during that time, di ba usually sa mga schools, before yung parang yung academic year mag-start, may mga parang clean-up drive or something pag before mag-start yung classes, kasama yung mga parents, ganyan. So, kami ng mom ko, kami ni mama, siguro kaka-finish lang namin mag-clean-up drive. So, patapos na, naglalaro ako ng rubber na bola. Like, tinatapon-tapon ko. Lumapit sa akin yung advisor ko, tapos sinabi niya na, gusto mo maglaro ng volleyball? Tapos, parang nakatingin ako sa kanya na, kasi I didn't know what volleyball was nung before. So, nakatingin ako sa kanya, to parang, ano po yun? Ganon. Kasi sabi niya na, ang tangkad mo kasi, kung gusto mo lang naman maglaro, pwede ka muna mag-observe. Tapos, kung gusto mo, edi makitraining ka sa amin. Kung ayaw mo, edi okay lang. At least, chinek mo if gusto mo ba gawin or not. So, tumingin pa ako sa mama ko kung papayagan niya ba ako. Sige, pwede, try natin. Ganyan. So, parang the next week ata, doon magsastart yung training nila. Tapos, nag-observe lang ako. Pulot-pulot ako ng bola. Tapos, doon na nag-start. Pero, hindi ako pwedeng maglaro at grade 2. They told me na pwede ako maglaro by grade 3 kasi kailangan ko pa mag-training. So, after that, there's this history. I played volleyball. Nabigyan ako ng mga opportunities up until today na I'm still playing and I get to bring that passion paglalaro still in college, even hopefully in the pros.
You started to be outside hitter.
Oh, actually, ever since I started playing, nilagay nila ako, I was playing middle. So, ever since grade school until high school, I was playing middle. So, nasa gitna lang ako lahat. I don't usually, di ba before hindi pa nila tinitrain usually yung mga middle na mag-dedepensa, ganyan, hayaan lang nila kasi sa tapat lang naman sila eh. Sa gitna lang, block, ganyan, saan pupunta yung bola, habulin mo. So, hindi yun na-practice, kumbaga, walang pasa, ganyan. So, pagpasok ko ng UP, sinabi sa akin ng coach ko na, convert kita ng open outside hitter. Kasi, nung nagpa-practice daw kami, mukha daw ako dumapensa, ganyan, may pasa naman daw. Tapos parang ako, medyo na-shock ako kasi, ano yun? What, I've been playing middle ng 6 years in high school. 6 years. 6 years high school, middle. Tapos, grade school. So, ilang years pa yun? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 years. 4 years plus 6, ganyan. So, tanong-tingin na ng middle. At paano ko gagawin yung pag-i-open? So, yung transition na yun, sobrang hirap sa akin kasi I remember sobrang frustrate ako kasi hindi ko kayang pumasa. Parang parehong ako, kaliwa. Hindi ko paano gumalaw. Kasi nasanay lang ako, napalo-palo lang, block lang, hindi naman ako dumidepensa. So, I had really a difficult time transitioning, learning yung mga systems, footwork, even pinaka nahirapan ako sa timing talaga ng open hitter. Kasi di ba mas mataas, mas malayo, hintayin mo yung bola, kailangan mo tumiming talaga kaysa sa middle na tumalong ka lang, abutin mo yung bola, palo ka na. Nahirapan ako. Even though yung iba kong teammates sinasabi na, nakukuha mo naman. Nakukuha ko daw. Pero ako, hindi ko siya na-feel na tama ba itong ginagawa ko? Parang sabi nila tama. Pero the way, parang how it feels, or how it felt before. Para may So, I had to be patient sa training, sa repetition, sa lahat ng ginagawa hanggang I was able to eventually you get the feeling na you get the hang of it na oh, this feels like parang okay na. Parang this is the right feeling of playing volleyball, playing an open hitter. So up until now, open hitter. Oh, I also play opposite. Minsan nilalagay ako dun. So imagine from kahit nga pag-approach before, parang hindi ako marunong. Parang parehong left yung paa, kaliwa yung paa, up to now na I get to play two positions. That's very, parang napapawaw din ako minsan sa sarili ko na, wow, I got to do that. Na parang it all says lang na it all depends sa determination mo as an athlete, how you really wanna work it out, paano mo gusto, kumbaga, how bad do you want it nga, sabi nila. Kung gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, kung gusto mo bang mapakita mo na kaya mo. Yan lang, parang looking back, ito nga ngayon, looking back, na, all those hardships na mahirap na pinagdaanan, eventually parang it all paid off now.
You choose UP.
I chose UP because out of all the schools na nag-offer before sa akin, UP was yung parang may pinaka, how do I say that? Pinaka okay na offer, kumbaga. But then, I entered UP pandemic. So pagpasok ko ng UP, walang sponsor yung team, walang anything. So parang lahat ng yun nawala. Walang allowance, wala anything, wala. Plus pa online. So papasok ka ng UP, sobrang complicated ng mga processes nila. Mag-enroll, paano? Mag-enlist, what? Sinong prop ko kunin? So, yun nga, aside from sports, I was really looking sa academics ng UP, academic aspect ng UP. Kasi I know it's one of the known universities in the country na can give you that quality education. So that's why I chose UP.
Playing in UAAP.
Actually, my UAAP journey, I think I would say it's very parang roller coaster. So I get the highs, I get both the highs and the lows. But yun nga, upon entering UP, pandemic, and then bubble season, and then nagka-injury ako, and then nagpa-surgery ako ng paa, and then came back, and then I remember na nung bumalik ako after my injury, I remember na yung mga tao, grabe yung the way I criticize, that's the term na lang I'd use in a way just to not be negative. The way sila mag-criticize, it's very minsan hurtful kasi ano ba naman itong si Judares? Bakit ganyan maglaro? Bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan? Tapos parang they don't know. Yun na lang yung shift ko na lang yung mindset ko, how I see it na they don't know kung ano yung pinagdaanan ko. They don't know my sacrifices, the efforts, the blood, sweat, and tears nga sabi. Lahat ng sacrifices. And they get to judge you lang for a one bad game. So it's really unfair for me and especially for the other girls also na naglalaro. And imagine that was from after surgery, and then I played. And the next one is, aside from everything that na parang sa laro, meron pang external factors, meron pang mga other things outside volleyball na you need to parang take into consideration. So, UAAP for me, I learned a lot of lessons. Both, or it all came from my experiences din talaga. May it be positive or negative. May it be parang maganda ba yung nabigay sa akin noon or bad ba yung experience ko doon. I chose na lang to always look at the brighter side, look at the things na what matters, kung ano yung mga kabuti sa akin. I learned how to filter yung mga magagandang bagay lang na makukuha ko. And then, I learned to block out the noise na hindi good for me. So, UAAP, I would say na together with UP also, na it really parang it shaped me to the person I am today. Na I get to know more of myself. I get to parang realize what I'm capable of. And I'm just, up until now, I'm just really grateful na even though ganun yung mga nangyayari from the past, I chose na lang to be optimistic about it. And I have a tattoo, parang amor fati, but love of fate. Just everything happens for a reason. Whatever will be, will be. If it's for you, it's for you. Yun nga, ako parang mindset na lang na kung hindi talaga para sa akin, edi let's face the other direction. Yun nga sabi nila, one door closes, the other one opens. So I'm not really closed up with anything na pag may nangyaring masama or like unfavorable na situation, parang closed off agad ako, parang ganun. I learned how to adjust and adapt. And I think that parang yun yung naturo sa akin ng UP. Na I get to adjust, I get to be parang versatile, whatever might happen, kung ano man, whatever situation I'm in. So, I look at UAP na lang as something na shaped me as a person. Both, kahit parang yung primary reason ko was volleyball, but both, like, individual growth, and also athletic growth, athletic development. Parang malaking factor siya, malaking part siya ng lives ko.
Handle to be student and athlete.
Student athlete. Since I started since grade school pa, di ba? At first, parang very happy ako. Ito pala yung feeling lang bigigil student athlete. May mga times na alis ka ng klase kasi maglalaro ka lang ng volleyball. Pero, when I entered high school, wow, ibang level na pala to. Kumbaga, iba na yung goals, iba na yung gustong i-achieve. When I was in Taitung, I remember kasi kami yung first batch na parang ginloop talaga ni Sir Boy to parang start a serious program for volleyball to compete outside Negros, all over the Philippines. I remember pupunta-punta kami sa iba't ibang parts ng Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, kasi maglaro na ng volleyball just to get that exposure, just to get that experience. Pero kasi, aside from being an athlete, you're also a student. You need to study. So, especially high school, 8 to 4, 5 p.m. class, tapos after that, training ka, tapos the next day, aga ka na naman. Parang to a point na nagiging program na sa amin yun. Parang nagiging routine na everyday, pasok ka, hapon, training ka, gabi, tulog, pahinga, bukas ulit, gising ka ng maaga. Mahirap yung ganun Kasi you're not always healthy. Meron talagang times na masama pakiramdam mo. And hindi lang trainings mamimiss mo, pati school mo, classes mo, mamimiss mo din. E di, double trouble na yun kasi sabi mo habulin. But when I entered UP, mas iba. Kasi, ramdam mo yung bigat Kasi, UP student, you have the same load as the regular students. So, same academic workload plus training. Hirap yun. And you don't get any excuses if you fail. Sabihin mo na, ay, hindi ko napasa yung class ko kasi may laro kami. Mahirap yun. Kasi may mga profs talaga na hindi very strict na lang. Very strict sila with attendance, with requirements. You have to follow everything. Meron ng established rules. You have to follow that. Pag hindi, di babay ka. So, in UP, it's very hard. But then, along the way, you get a lot of lessons. One thing I learned then, especially nung na-injured ako, life is not all about volleyball, I would say. That's for me, Kasi during my injury, it felt like I was in my very darkest moment. So, I had to find something else in order to find the light, in order then to go back playing. So, mahirap maging student athlete kasi you have to manage your time, ang pahinga mo. Kasi, yun nga sabi nila, di ba? So, it's always your time management mo talaga if student athlete ka. But, factors affecting that, yung pagod mo, yung nakakapagpahinga ka ba na maayos, nutrition mo, okay lang ba yung feeling mo, magkakasakit ka, health, ganyan. So, aside from that, isipin mo pa yung klase ko bukas 8 a.m. Natapos yung training namin 9:30. Maglilinis pa ako, kakain pa ako, mag-aaral pa ako, mag-aayos pa ako. Tapos, next day, aga-aga. So, imagine doing that for what? In UP, 6 years. But, technically, you're doing that also parang I'm doing that also when I was in high school, elementary. But in a much, parang mas mabigat. Parang graver yung dala. But, being a student athlete is also very fulfilling. Kasi once you get to do everything, once you get the hang of it, you establish a routine, yung approach mo, how to handle everything. Madadala mo din kasi yun outside that So, pagiging disiplinado mo, pagiging masipag mo, pagiging patient mo, ganyan. Just that very time-consuming lang talaga if you're a student athlete. But I've said this before for the past interviews na if your goal is to experience wala kang talo.
There is meaning of your jersey number?
Yung jersey number ko, birthday ko kasi 28. So before nun, tinanong ko pa yung before, nung pabago pa lang sa UK, syempre rookie ako, di ba? So pili ka ng number nang wala. Hindi nakukuha ng mga seniors, no? Nakuha ko pa yung 28 ata. Kasi training jerseys lang naman yun eh. Pero ba 28, kahit anong number gusto mo, sige, pwede. Tapos nung time na, napapasok na ako sa lineup, iibahin ko yung jersey number ko. Ay, bawal na 28 kasi hanggang kailan lang 25 yung jersey, 20-something, 20 nga lang eh. Kailangan ko mag-change. Sabi ko 8. Okay, 28, 8. Eh, meron pa yung senior ko before. Paalam ko sa kanya, ate, pwede ko bang tiramin yung jersey? Ang jersey number mo. Buti naman pinahiram. Binigay niya sa akin. The 28, this is my birthday. Pero kulang lang ito.
PVL player, your dream teammate.
So, in UP kasi we never really had the setter na very stable and consistent in a sense. So, yung nilook forward ko talaga sa PVL is yung mga setters. Kasi I want to, papaluin mo yung ganda-gandang shot na bola and you don't have to do anything but to spike it. Kasi sila na nagbigay ng paraan sa'yo, papaluin mo na lang, parang gano'n. So, andyan sila, mga napapanood ko before, Ate Kim Fajardo, Gia, Joel Cayuna, sino pa ba? Ayan, basta like mga setters. Kasi, imagine, parang sinasabi, this is my opinion na, if you're a striker, tapos nabigyan ka ng magandang bola ng setter, it's like a gift. So, nasa sayo na yun. Nasa kamay mo na, if gagawin mo pa siyang punto, so patayin mo, papaluin mo, gagawin mo ng paraan. Pero merong certain situations kasi na yung setter yung mag-iisip, sila magbibigay ng bola kung saan. Kumbaga, it's a problem, tapos they're solving it. Ikaw na yung mag-answer. So, paano ka na lang? Ganun ka, gusto ko ma-feel yun na ang ganda ng set mo. Paano ka na lang? So, for me, it's really the setters, the mga PVL setters I'm looking forward to playing with. PVL kasi I wasn't really expecting. Wala akong high expectation. So, I was just shooting my shot kasi I was busy with school, with ACADS, with my thesis kasi yung pinaka-goal ko talaga this year is to graduate. Nakaset na yun even last year. Kahit anong mangyaring, graduate ako. Tapusin ko to. So, sumakto din kasi yung schedule ng draft tsaka yung thesis defense ko nag-overlap. So, hindi ko pwedeng, kailangan ko pumunta ng draft, kailangan ko mag-try out sa mga teams. I have to do my paper. May exams pa ako, finals pa. So, I had to choose. Kasi, volleyball or this. But then, since nga nakaset na ang pinaka-goal ko is to graduate, I have to finish this. So, sorry, volleyball. ACADS muna, diploma muna. Pero, of course, I'm still hopeful. Pero coming into the draft, wala talaga akong high expectations na may kukuha sa akin team. Kasi no-show ako eh. Wala akong pakita sa mga trainings. Kahit na madaming nagtatawag, madaming nagsasabi, punta ka dito, makiklinic ka. Wala akong time. So, naka-squeeze in ako maglaro sa isang team. Pero very, very early kasi yung training nila. So, kaya kong gawa ng paraan. Sige, makitraining tayo na sobrang aga. Pero, usually by the day, I had to do my papers kasi magde-defense ako, mag-thesis ako. So, nung nag-draft night, very full, yes. But yung high expectations na may kukuha sa'yo, wala talaga. Parang expected ko na uuwi ako walang team. But then kasi worth it. Yung sacrifice na yun kasi I'm graduating. So ngayon I have more time to, if ever man na naki-training ako, I have time. Siyempre yung mga teams naman, gusto naman kasi nila kukunin sa draft yung mga nagpakita sa kanila, nakitrain sa kanila, yung pinakita talaga na all out sila sa training, gusto nila maging part ng team. Ako wala. So, especially pa last season, hindi ako masyado nakalaro kasi nagka-back injury ako. And I had to step out nga then for the second round kasi parang mas sumakit. But then ngayon, I'm better. So, parang, yun nga, shifting perspective, sinasabi din naman nila yung draft turn doesn't finish lang dun sa event mismo. You get drafted pa din after the draft event, kumbaga. So, me, I was, from the last season, I was focusing on my health, focusing on rehab, getting better, mawala yung pain. So now I'm better. I would say that I'm healthy and I can play again. And parang, I have the time na kasi to train, pumunta sa mga trainings. Yun nga, still looking at the brighter side. Hindi man ako na-draft sa event mismo, hindi man ako napili. Sasablay naman ako. Di, win-win pa din. Kasi it doesn't end there. Kahit yung mga officials, yung si Pam Sirwin, sila Sir Palu, sinasabi na huwag kami mawala ng pag-asa. But then kasi ako, I was expecting na okay lang yan, Joe, kasi no show ka. So, hindi ka talaga nila kukunin kasi wala kang pakita. Hindi ka pa naglaro ng season. Parang reality check. Girl, kailangan ako maglaro muna bago kanila kunin. So, yun nga. Ngayon, I'm graduating. I'm achieving that goal. I get to train now with the team, with the PBL team, and I'm healthy. I can play again. So it's just really exciting. Bakit ako mawawala ng pag-asa if there's or may silver lining ka? So one door closes, another one opens. So this is the door. Mental health, that is my priority. Yun nga, hard lessons talaga before. I'm not, hindi ko yun ipagbabato or i-risk. It's my mental health nga. So, if kahit mental health mo disrupted, hindi ka talaga okay. So, given na siguro na what I have experienced in UP, yun nga, they shaped me for who I am now. Just the personality, the character na I'm strong. I think nakuha ko yun from my experiences. So, it's part of being a student athlete. Akas mo yan. Sarili mo yan. ingatan mo. And you have to take care of yourself. Yun talaga yung pinaka-hardest lesson na learn ko. Kasi I was giving all out. Parang pouring everyone else's cup. Wala na ako natitira. So, paano ako magpo-pour, wala nang laman. So, yun nga, it's a really big thing if you can be able to shift your mindset. Yes, mahirap, but you have to acknowledge it. Na, this is a challenging situation. Parang feel ko nahihirapan ako or frustrated ako or ina-anxiety ako. For me, I have to acknowledge it na, there are bigger things. Kaya siguro ako na worry. So, yes, I acknowledge that. But then, I have to keep on going. Kasi, lagi kang mag-worry if there's uncertainty. But you wouldn't know if you wouldn't try. So, sige, pasok tayo kahit ano mangyari. And for me kasi, yun nga, I learned how to filter noise. Sa mga bashers, I would say, yun na lang talaga yung isip ko na hindi nila alam pinagdadaanan niya. Hindi nila alam mga pinagdadaanan ng athletes. Most especially kasi wala naman sila sa posisyon namin. And hindi mo kasi control yung ibang tao. They're gonna say whatever, kung anong gusto nilang sabihin. They hate you, criticize you, whatever it is. But then, may boundary din nun. I think the volleyball community especially, some talaga medyo masakit magsalita, diba? Kasi very volleyball fan, siguro nasusway na emotions. But sometimes they forget na we're also human. We feel things too. We have emotions. Napapagod din kami. Napapagod din yung ibang players. And yung progress, yung paglalaro, yung performance, it's not linear na pangat ka ng pangat. There are days na sobrang ganda ng laro mo. The next day, wala kang laro. Another day, hindi mo feel. But the next day, you feel better. You feel like it's your best. So it's not always pataas. And yun na siguro talaga na I learned to focus on myself, focus on the things na nagmamatter. Kasi, ano ba yung, minsan iniisip ko na lang na, hindi naman yun nakakatulong sa akin. So why would I parang take it in? Sabihin na nila kung anong gustong sabihin nila. I have my goals. I have my, parang kami mga players, we have friends, we have families na nakakilala sa amin. So, it shouldn't, yung mga sinasabi nila masama, it shouldn't define us as athletes. Kasi, if hater talaga sila. So, wala ka nang magagawa doon. But for me, kasi I feel like ma-achieve ko na yung ultimate goal ko, which is to graduate. Mahirap din yung pinagdaanan ko, like yung process going there. So, I have to, kailangan ko talaga pangalagaan yung sarili ko.